evening, Nigeria. Thank you so much for joining us, and sincere apologies for coming so late. It's a very busy cooking weekend for me, and I'm not even done in the kitchen. So I just make a rush out, content that things really happen, then I run back again, go continue with it I did. Welcome to the show. Always a pleasure to bring on a things really happen for inside the country. So updates show up today. I told you guys over the week, during the week, say President Bola Tinubu grant presidential pardon after the Council of State meeting. They approve presidential pardon for a couple of people. Well, the list is out, and trust me, I bring the juice to give her the list of all the people that win in grant pardon. We'll not go fit discuss extensively on that conversation today because tomorrow Prince Chilaka will join us, and good is thing, Organo Siki will join us together with Prince Chilaka tomorrow so that we will cool down, discuss the list extensively. But there are some people that made the list where I could we could look into. Right? Okay, so let's go straight to the conversation. President Bola Tinubu don't grant pardon to some people them, and that one don't cause a lot of wahala because people don't dey talk say wait. People will be say key people dey for the list. People will be say them also do drugs plenty for the list. In fact, people don't talk. Say people will do drugs, they almost 30% of the list or thereabouts. Why they go plenty like that for the list? People will be say thief Nigeria money or do bribery, corruption. They for the list. Then people say, what is going on here? Why should all these people then make the list like that? Plenty. Now, waiting people they talk with that. But let's just go straight to the conversation. Let's go straight. So, President Bola Tinubu grants Maryam Sanda convicted for killing her husband. She's been granted presidential pardon. That one day, I'm going to look into Shapali, and I'll let you in on that conversation. Then moving on, I will give you the full list of them. Wike introduces TV, radio, other electronics levy in Abuja amidst poverty. They say people they suffer. They say everybody must pay TV, radio, electronics levy for inside Abuja. That one day. Those remaining in PDP are undertakers waiting to bury dying party. APC now they talk about wait, we can still the PDP. Is it part of the undertakers? Why are they talk like this? Why are they talk this kind of thing? You know good at all. Okay, all right. Okay. And Bala Muhammad don't respond. He said, we will return to Aso Villa in 2027. Defections won't sink PDP. Now waiting Bala talk. ADC party condemns Akpabio for mocking plane crash that claimed Sultan of Sokoto's life. That one said the Action Alliance cautions INEC against selective compliance with court judgments. And that one said the and then Umahi fires back at Makinde over Lagos Calabar highway cost. He said, waiting, you must apologize. Apologize to me with immediate alacrity. Minister Umahi to Governor Makinde, withdraw your statement that I'm dancing around. I'm your senior in governance. Okay, before now professor, now I'm a senior in governance. You understand? All right, let's move on to other issues very quickly. Security officials trying to fly with $6 million arrested at Lagos airport. Who will be this security official? We're going to talk about them. Every minute, 11 Nigerians fall into extreme poverty. Every minute, 11 Nigerians they fall into extreme poverty. Count how many minutes who will get in an hour. 60 minutes in an hour, and then how many minutes we get in one day, and how many minutes we get in all of these days we don't pass now. So people, they fall, 11 people each minute, they fall into extreme poverty for Nigeria. This is according to reports which show the deepening hardship under Tinubu's leadership. We will talk about that one too. Over 1,000 lawyers don't demand disqualification of Tinubu's new INEC chairman, Amokbeton. That one said they will look into him. Let's see. That's about the conversation we will get. And we could just begin touchlight this matter then one by one by one. Now we'll begin touchlight these conversations then. Because I won't show no evidence of the matter, so I will begin start with the matter we get to do with the presidential pardon based on the message we be say Bayo Onanoga carry puts forward, because now him bring the full list of the people will be say then grants pardon. So, and I think that it's only important that I relay some of them to you so that you will see them, who then be, and what in be say them do. Okay, so let's get started very quickly. So Bayo Onanoga this evening, it was this evening around, because it was around what time now? Let me check the time we be say he writes this message, because now this evening, I think around 5, 6 o'clock thereabout, now EBC is sent this message. And around that kind of time, around 4:47 p.m., now EBC posts this message where EBC talk about the list of people that we EBC President Bola Tinubu don't grant presidential pardon. And they were quite much in number. And I said we will begin look at those people then one by follow. Okay, so one of them, Madam Maryam Sanda, if you remember her, now one young lady we EBC, she and her husband they get wahala, and then she kill her husband. And people they talk say even though saying no eyewitness or no evidence in a true she kill her husband, court been sentenced her to death by hanging. If you remember that case. And yes, and after this, I think it was in 2018 thereabouts, they sentenced her to death by hanging, or 2020 thereabouts. I can't remember. But I'll let you in on that. I will get my facts right and I'll let you in on that. But after that, guess what? She don't get pardon from President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. And remember, I talked about the case of Farouk Lawan yesterday, as they also used pardon Farouk Lawan and how EBC used appreciate President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Farouk Lawan was indicted for bribe allegation with a bribe, collecting or taking bribe from um, um, Oga Utedola at that time, and it get to do with, waiting get to do with this subsidy wahala and all that at that time. So you follow for those who be say they also grant pardon. Now let me read out how he put it. Perhaps let me start with Miriam's case and I go to others. So this is Maryam Sanda. I think I have something that looks like an image. She and Farouk Lawan image 9 day here. But if I don't need to push her and her husband image because I mean so that I go for the respect to the family of the young man where he be said and kill this. Now the lady Maryam Sanda, this na Farouk Lawan, the two of them images 9 day here like this. So it is here. Yes, two of them image 9 day here like this. Oh no, don't give up on me, Antonia. How can you say you nearly give up on me? Please don't give up on me. Sorry. I was just being an African woman cooking. It was a cooking day for me. Forgive me. Don't give up on me, please. All right. So, yes, Maryam Sanda sentenced to death in 2020 for killing her husband, Biliaminu Bello. She has received a presidential pardon from President Tinubu after spending 6 years and 8 months at the Suleja Mills. Now, it's released on Saturday here on Nanuga, and I talked that one. He said the presidency said her family pleaded for her release, arguing that it was in the best interest of her two children, which she gave with the husband. The plea was also anchored on her good conduct in jail, her remorse, and her embracement of a new lifestyle, demonstrating her commitment to being a modern prison. Now, the pardon is part of a larger decision by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu to grant clemency to only 25 Nigerians, including notable figures such as the late environmental activist Ken Saro-Wiwa posthumously, Major General Maman Vatsa, and other members of the Ogoni Nine. This marked one of the most expensive uses of the presidential prerogative of mercy, touching on high-profile historical cases. The statement added. Now, the presidency noted that the decision followed recommendations from the Presidential Advisory Committee on the Prerogative of Mercy, chartered by chaired rather by the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, Lateef Fagbemi. Now, Miriam Sanders' case first gained public attention, I think, when Justice Yusuf Halilu of the FCT High Court in Abuja convicted and sentenced her to death by hanging. That was in January 27, 2020. Now, ruling that she had fatally stabbed her husband at their home. She should reap what she had sown. Now, for it has been said that thou shalt not kill, and whoever kills in cold blood deserves death as his own reward. Justice Alilu declared at that time. Now, following her conviction, Sanders' legal team filed an appeal, of course, on 20 grounds, questioning the evidence and alleging bias. But the Court of Appeal dismissed her appeal on December 3, 2020, affirming the conviction. So yes, if you remember that same December 2020, the Court of Appeal affirmed her, conviction or her sentence for murder. Now, the circumstances surrounding the death can be the best proof of what is being alleged, noted Justice Stephen Ada Ada, who's reinforcing the lower court's findings as the High Court's finding. Now, police authorities later sought to have the Supreme Court uphold the sentence. Police counsel James Idachaba said, "We are satisfied with the findings of the trial and appeals court, and we are prepared to defend the law's position at the Supreme Court, heightening the commitment in justice, of course, in the case." Now, the presidential pardon list released today, Saturday, is divided into 6 categories: pardoned individuals, posthumous pardons, including the Ogoni Nine, victims of the Ogoni Nine honored clemency beneficiaries, inmates recommended for reduced terms, and inmates on death row whose sentences were commuted. So make I begin show you some of them one by one so that you could see them as they use put them up so that you will see them. So say I need to bring matter with BC, I don't carry evidence, can't give on that. So make I carry the evidence. Volume. Did you say volume? Well, I should increase it. I should raise it, raise it, raise it, raise it. Sincere apologies, sincere apologies. All right. So I wasn't, let me see. Wasn't using the right mic. Let me see if I can use this now and if I'll be a bit more audible. Forgive me, please. Let's see. Am I a bit more audible now? Am I a bit more audible? I'd like to know if I'm a bit more audible. If you can really hear me, or if you can hear me better, that would be good. Please, if you can hear me better, that would be very good. Thank you so much. Kindly let me know if I am much more audible than I was before. Please let me know. Let's go with that conversation. Sincere apologies. So, but then in all of this, it did within catch people attention. But I don't see the thing here is that these are our Nigerians. The way you people just go digging out things from what the president, waiting the president do, it's in the Muslim. Why do they do like this now? So this now the tweet by Bayo Nanaga, where Ibi say he show up, he can see the tweet. It's not my handwriting. You can see him there. And so he take put up. Like handwriting there. Yes, thank you so much. Thank you so much. Sincere apologies. I wish I knew earlier. I would have done the right thing. Forgive me, because I was in a hurry. I need to do this hush hush. So this now the message we say Bayo Nanaga put up. You can see the tweet where he said, presidential press release, details of the presidential pardon and clemency, illegal minors, white collar convicts, remorseful drug offenders, foreigners, Major General Maman Vetsa, Major Akubo Professor Magaji Garba, capital offenders such as Maryam Sanda, Kensariwa, he just named them plenty. That's what he named them. Now let's take a look at some people for inside that list, because go good say I just go ahead begin tell you what people they allege or they talk for inside that conversation without showing you the full list. I mean, at least some part of the list, because it was quite lengthy, 150 something names. It took plenty. I'm not going to give you all the names them one by follow, but at least you can see some of them there. You can see the names in the list. Then plenty, well. So let's see. Yes, in all, yeah. So they're quite much in number. So you can see them. You have them there. You have the full list. Pardoned, Mweke Francis Chibueze, Dr. Nwogu Peters, both one pardon for 7 life sentence at Kirikiri, right, at age of 44, age 44. The other one, age 67, serving a 70-year-old jail term for fraud, sentenced in 2013, and Mrs. Anastasia Daniel Mwoba, age 63, already served a sentence for fraud. So they don't pardon her, so she will not be ex-convict again. Barrister Husseina Alhaji Umaru, aged 58, sentenced in 2023 to pay fine of 150 million in ICPC case. Last Saadu Alanumo, age 63, sentenced for 7 years for bribery in 2019 and has served the sentence. You can see all of those names, then plenty. I'm coming to what Nigerians now started saying. Because you Nigerians, you will not just stop talking. I don't know why we do this. Okay, but waiting be my work now. That's to bring on the message. So, and then you see the Ogoni 9. Yes, you see them there. And then you see other people too. You see the Ogoni 9, the posthumous ones. You see Herbert Macaulay himself follow for the list. So you be say then pardon too. And you see the names of the rest of the people for Ogoni 9. Then they there too for inside the list. And people come to talk say, well, what's the essence of the pardon of the Ogoni 9? They don't die good, they don't die good. So does it really make any difference? Well, at least it helps the family get closure. Now, with some people they talk, but you can see some other people then their names and where they there. The names where they say there, I think Alwago Aluago Lawrence, aged 47, sentenced for Indian hemp selling in 2015. That's drug. Ben Friday, age 60, was sentenced to 3 years or 1.3 million for marijuana in 2023. Oruke Michael Chibueze, age 21, sentenced for 5 years cannabis sativa in 2023. Okay. And Kelvin Christopher Smith, age 47, sentenced to 4 years for importing cocaine in 2023. Okay. Azubweke Jeremiah Emeka, aged 31, sentenced in 2021 to 5 years or 3 million naira fine for importation or importing cocaine. And Akinade Akinwade Adebi, aged 47, sentenced in 2023 for 3 years for dealing on tramadol. Aha, that's drugs too. Uh, Ahmed Adeyenro, aged 38, sentenced to 15 years for cannabis, already served his term, 5 months at Kirikiri. Okay, already served 9 years and 5 months at Kirikiri. So they will forgive the rest because now 15 years in getting, don't do 5 and some months. They will forgive them. Adeni Ijimo, age 31 years, sentenced to 15 years for drugs in 2015 and served 9 years already thereabouts at Kirikiri prison. So all of this list, they list them plenty of no be smarting. But one thing that caught me about this list was the way Nigerians started reacting because of the list. Nigerians they say, excuse me, I beg, not gonna no vex. So why it be say people plenty for inside this list? So it be say do drugs. You can see more names are coming. Don't let me call all those names because it is a quick one we want to do this evening. We cannot begin to name all these people one by one, but you see, he can go and make a screenshot, then make a show now. This now the handwriting of another got 9 tweets with that, not be my tweet. So you see the names and there. Now, some things when Nigerians then come to talk, now that one come they must me. I say, that's why I said I'll quickly bring you guys stories within the happen because my work now, I'm Minister for Information with that portfolio now be like this now. So let's take some reactions from Nigerians, just a few reactions, one or two concerning the matter. So we're gonna look and well, and I'm gonna read their reactions then one by follow. Because so they say lizard where one person seen a python in the become. So this here says, why are there disproportionate number of drug offenders on this list? I get to cool down read them. Why are there disproportionate number of drug offenders on this list? Out of 175 total, roughly 50 to 60 cases, about 30 to 35% involved drug offenses, primarily possession, dealing, or importation of substances like cannabis, cocaine, heroin, tramadol, all of those. Why? You say, for instance, in the clemency section alone, at least 30 entities or 30 entries explicitly cite drugs. Haba. The reduced sentences category adds another 20 or so, including multiple cases of cocaine, importation, and cannabis trafficking. Waiting, they go on. That's now waiting Nigerians and come begin. But Nigerians, President Tinubu will come tell us, can I not just do anything to please people in this country? Why is it that anything I do, you people must do? How did you guys now go and start digging and cool down to use toothpick? They count the number of people where be say we pardon, the ones where they under which category. To see that people will do drugs now plenty pass. Waiting, Oga President do and waiting some people they talk. Now some people can also react to Maryam Sanda's case. Say the same Maryam Sanda who killed her husband. In fact, some people now said how her husband family could feel about this killing. How they go feel about the killing, how they go feel, because I mean, after this kind of thing happened, her family, her husband's family may be really feel bad because they go feel like say they don't get justice for the death of their son. Now, this person here says, after seeing the list, had to clarify that this account hadn't been hacked. Why it is by another account on they hacked because of the list where you see pardon is indeed the prerogative of president or the president, but a list made up of a lot of drug dealers and a well-known murderer leaves more questions than answers. Our leaders, even if atheist, that is even atheist, well, even if they know they go church or they don't believe in God, should understand that majority of the people they lead believe that there is a supreme being, and everyone, including those dishing out pardons, will answer to them. or to him. Now, waiting ABC then talk. Now people come to talk, so, but waiting exactly President Bola made Tinubu do bad now. Eh? You know, go just pardon people now, make he be say pardon people. Why are people always reading other meanings to what he does now? I be anything when he do. Waiting he can't do now, where they wrong. He pardon people problem. You know, pardon people another problem. What is going on here? Well, I said it was a quick one, so I don't plan to spend up more than an hour here today. So let me also hurry up so that I can open the phone lines for you guys to jump in very quickly before I run along. Yeah. So Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, is wicked. When the time reach, I'm go talk on a mind for this matter because me, I don't know waiting to talk. I not get opinion. Before I go to Oga Umahi versus Makinde, Basbo, so they give each other, but make I go straight to Oga Wike for FCT. As Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Wike, he don't introduce a new levy for inside Abuja. Even though say people talk, so this one where economy, the crunch people, it still introduce new levy. Now make I tell you more. Now the regime will compel Abuja residents to obtain permits before you go fit to use radio, television, electronic, or other related devices. You must get radio license, radio permits, TV permit, unless you know go fit use those things for your house. Now the tax they say go run as high as 50,000 naira. You know they hear? The tax or radio permit and all that go there as high as 50,000 naira, while penalty for non-compliance may be as high as 500,000 naira, 5,000 naira. You understand? A baffled resident at Barimpa Estate in Abuja, I think a Bingel Babam, who received the notice on October 6, 2025, could not hide her obfuscation at the document which was delivered to her house, because it delivered straight to people address. And she took to her Twitter and she said, Babam, who is fond of sharing relatable, humorous insights into Nigeria's daily life, from viral rants about unexpected feels like TV usage charges to high-hearted reactions to political flip-flops and all of those issues. She took to her, she said, wait. She said, we got a letter today demanding we pay for using TV and other services. And this is the craziest thing I have to come across ever. We should pay for watching our own TV, where government no buy for us, with our own electricity that we bought and our own satellite subscription. That is not the government free TV. Are you serious? Now wait till she put. Okay, all right. Aha. LMFA, those things they do on social media. Now, according to the documents, the new levy is pursuant and is in exercise of the powers conferred upon the Abuja Municipal Area, AMAC, by the 4th Schedule, Section 7, Subsection 1B of the 1999 Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria as amended, and Section 1, Parts, of the Radio and Television License by Law, number 19 of the Abuja Municipal Area Council, AMAC. All payments are expected to be made in full, not later than 21 days from the date of notice issued. That is, as you receive notice, you're not supposed to wait past 21 days. You can make payment in full. They say failure to pay the radio and television levy is an offense and is punishable by the above reference law. The offender may be arraigned before a magistrate court, the notice warned. Also, the offending premises may possibly be sealed off in accordance with the law. That is, if your compound, one person no pay, maybe they feel close all on a compound, seal up because they no pay. Now, it went further to warn that any payments made outside the prescribed accounts below shall be treated as invalid. Save a copy. Then carry and put out here. Now Nigerians say, what is going on here? Tomorrow, remind me to bring a copy of this to send to you guys. I'm running late, so I couldn't just go ahead to bring you this. Then people say, wait. What in the taxation is going on in Nigeria? What in the taxation is going on? People will not pay for radio, TV licenses with their own lights, and at the exorbitant rate, people are buying lights and all of those, and people will begin pay for those licenses like that. That's not what people they talk, not be made a talker. Make I even go talking about the hardship for the country. Make I just go visit them before I go to Mahi their case. Now we hear that Nigeria's poverty crisis don't they deepened alarmingly under President Bola Tinubu's administration, with a new report showing that every minute 11 Nigerians slip into extreme poverty. Now, the disturbing figures released by, I think, StatiSense, I'm sure you remember them. This was yesterday's release, using World Bank and National Bureau of Statistics, NBS data. They revealed that 22.6 million Nigerians entered extreme poverty between 2018 and 2023, pushing the total number of poor citizens to over 90.6 million. You say what? When with World Bank just tell us now, see they 139 million. Now you say 90.6 million. But what could they read and they go? Now, the analysis further shows that poverty continues to rise in 2025, with more than half of Nigerian populations, 52.5% or roughly 53% in every 100 citizens, now living below the poverty line. This one, they make a nice, because the one where World Bank bring, it is different from that one. Well, according to the statistics, it says Nigerians living in poverty, in extreme poverty. 2019, we had about 2018, 2019, we had about 34.7%. That's about 68 million Nigerians. And then we'll have, and in 2022, 2023, there was about 41.8%, about 90.6 million Nigerians. This means that in 4 years, 22.6 million Nigerians entered an extreme poverty level. Now, 22.6 million in 4 years, 5.65 million people per year, 15.472 thousand people per day, 645 people per hour, and 11 people every minute now they enter poverty, according to their calculation. According to StatisSense, for every 9 working steps you take, a Nigerian falls into poverty, illustrating the alarming rate of decline in living standards. But this, some people they talk say, wait, if we were to even judge by the World Bank report itself, that means it may be for every 3 working steps you take, now Nigerians they enter poverty. Now, the breakdown indicates that an average of 5.65 million people fall into extreme poverty annually, translating to 15,475 people per day, 645 people every hour, and 11 every minute. The trend reflects the worsening economic reality faced by Nigerians since the All Progressives Congress (APC) came to power in 2015 and had accelerated under Tinubu's leadership since 2023. Now, despite promises of renewed hope and economic reform, inflation, unemployment, and the cost of living have continued to rise, leaving millions unable to afford basic necessities. Economic experts warn that the current trajectory, if unchecked, could erase decades of progress and entrench a cycle of hunger, joblessness, and inequality into the country. I would have to stop here because that figure, the statistics, it just did too crazy to relate. And now, in the midst of the statistics, now be say the minister of the FCT, Nyesom Wike, they find people say they must pay levy to watch their TV, they must pay tax to watch their TV, to listen to their radio. That means even if you get car radio, now you go pay car radio license, because I mean, majority of Nigerians these days they listen to radio only for their cars. So that means you will pay radio. With 11 Nigerians falling into poverty every minute, analysts say the so-called renewed hope has turned into renewed despair, a reflection of worsening hardship in a country once described as Africa's economic giant. Where are the giants today now? It is not giant. In fact, critics accuse the APC of presiding over government disconnected from the daily realities of Nigerians, arguing that the ruling party's economic policies have failed Olule to create meaningful growth or lift citizens out of poverty. In the midst of this, Nigerians are being taxed more. And how do they cope with such taxes? That's not problem where we say we get, and question where a lot of people don't get answers to. We know way how we could use answer to that question. Where it be say it take be. That's a part of the to do I carry confront. But because of time, let's rush to other conversations very quickly. The All Progressives Congress (APC) in Lagos State has taunted the People's Democratic Party (PDP), describing its remaining leaders as undertakers waiting to bury dying party. Say all of on our way remain here on the undertakers. Well, Bala Mohammed don't reply. You remember, say we hear say about 2 governors from the PDP they moved to ADC. They moved to APC, including Peter Mba of Enugu State. Well, Bala Mohammed don't respond. He talks, no matter what happens, say that they come back to Aso Rock by 2027. Say even if now just small of them remain, say we'll go return to Aston Villa in 2027. The factions don't go fit sink PDP. You know the possible see PDP go sink. Waiting you think? Well, let's move on. Now, Senate President Godswill Akpabio has come under criticism after he made a joke allegedly referencing the 2006 ADC Airlines. That is the 2006 ADC Airlines plane crash that killed 96 people, including the Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Muhammadu Masido. Now, the tragedy occurred on October 29, 2006, when ADC Airlines flight 053 crashed in Abuja shortly after a takeoff. The Sultan and the other victims were traveling to attend an education summit organized by the federal government. Now, the opposition African Democratic Congress (ADC), in a swift reaction, expressed outrage after Akpabio joked about the crash during plenary. In fact, I could give you the video tomorrow. Make I not vex. I had quite a lot to do today. He said, I am in total sympathy with what's going on. The PDP is on the ground. Their umbrella is torn. The Labour Party is scattered. ADC crashed even before it took off. That's why he talk, laughing. And that's what people can't respond to them. Say, why are you so insensitive? Something that killed human beings is what you're laughing about. So in response, ADC spokesperson or spokesman Bolaji Abdullahi, who shared his reaction on X, accused the Senate president of turning a national tragedy into a joke, of course, because of partisan politics. Ha. So that's so then talk. Say, oh, so waiting happened to in fact, quoting him, he says on October 29, 2006, ADC Airlines flight 053 crashed in Abuja, killing 96 people, including Sultan of Sokoto, His Eminence Muhammad Masido, now who had come to the capital to attend an education summit organized by the federal government. Now, it is this same national tragedy that the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, has turned into a joke and material for mockery. Who are these people? That's what Abdullahi wrote. Say, who be these people? They don't get conscience. They don't get mind. And people don't jump on and come begin say, Oga Akpabio, this your joke, Sha, is a bit taken too far. They know when you go to bring your joke down. They know when you go to tone them down. Because sometimes the joke them, it be like say, you see that some people they say they go misunderstand your joke, or it be like say you said they stretch the joke past the way it's supposed to stretch them. That's now waiting people they talk. Well, as I make a report that one given them. And then moving on to other issues, the Action Alliance AA don't want the Independent National Electoral Commission INEC against selectively complying with court judgments and misinterpreting valid court orders concerning the party's leadership. Then get leadership wahala. They say INEC just they choose the one where they go answer and the one where they no go answer. Say they no go agree, it no go happen like that. Say because that kind one no go fit happen at all at all. But then let's also tell you what happened at our international airport. A security operatives attempting to board a flight with over 6.1 million US dollars cash was intercepted and arrested today, Saturday, at the domestic wing of the Murtala Mohammed International Airport, Terminal 2 in Lagos. The suspect, whose exact number was not disclosed, or name rather was not disclosed, or number, the suspects, not one, there were plenty, their exact numbers were not disclosed, were reportedly caught during routine checks while trying to board an aero contractor's flight. Sources who pled anonymity to prevent official sanctions at the airport because they were not allowed to speak confirmed that the passengers were found with multiple boxes loaded with undeclared US dollars. Undeclared US dollars. Now they carry. Now, it was gathered that the personnel had initially passed through airport security units before they were apprehended at the foot of the aircraft after aero contractor security noticed the heavy luggage. Now, the matter was then escalated and was reported to aviation security, who later handed it over to the Department of State Services. If senior fan official who spoke under the condition of anonymity said the DSS later transferred the suspect to the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, where they are currently being held for further investigation. Now, another airport source told newsmen that the suspect had claimed to be security agents escorting a suspect and exhibits, but failed to declare the cash or follow due process for transporting suspect or criminal fight. Now, make I explain this in simple and correct pidgin English to them. Say our Nigeria, say for airports, then catch person will be say people. we be security officials for Nigeria, we carry money one commot cross country, cross commot, but na local airports then catch them. The money na 6.1 million US dollars cash. They load them for different boxes, load them, then carry. So as they see them, as they suspect them, they can't flag them down. As they flag them down, they can't ask themselves, okay, what they do here? In fact, see, they don't hand them over to EFCC and all that. But one of them can reply, say, excuse me, say we be security people, we escort this money together with person with farm or person will be suspect, with the carry and commot, with the carry them commot. People can say, but why? It be say, on a go carry suspect without due process. On a they escort suspects with money we be say then allegedly thief without due process. How on they take do that kind of thing? If they good, then no fit answer whether it they good or not. That matter, they see then they say so far, then they for EFCC doc now, and they will wait for them, may they finish. Make I give one another story concerning the INEC chairman. We hear that more than 1,000 lawyers under the umbrella of the Association of Legislative Drafting and Advocacy Practitioners have called for the disqualification of Professor Josh Amopiton as the chairman of the Independent National Electoral Commission, ALDRAP, NIMBDR acronym. Now, the group made up of lawyers who are also staff and consultants of the National Assembly argued that Amopiton's previous involvement with the All Progressives Congress during the last general election raises concerns of bias and conflict of interest in violation of Section 5 of the Code of Conduct Bureau and Tribunal Acts and Section 19 of the ICPC Act. In a letter addressed to the President of the Senate through the Committee on Electoral Matters, the association said its mission is to promote professionalism in the enactment of Nigerian laws through public legal education and public interest litigation. The lawyer stated that they deemed it necessary to alert the Senate ahead of Bola Tinubu's expected request for the confirmation of Amopiton as INEC chairman, insisting that the nominee does not meet the qualifications required to head the electoral body. The letter further urged the National Assembly to, as a matter of urgency, return the president's nomination letter without referring it to the Committee for Electoral Matters. That's so them put. Then talk a lot of things, but make her end them there, sharply. They make her go the fight we get to do with Oga Umahi and him brother, sharp. So I know that I told you guys yesterday that Oga Sheyi Makinde responded to Oga David Umahi because of Rufai Osini's interview where he was requesting to get the cost per unit or per kilometer of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, right? Okay. So because of that, people protested against Rufai Osini, called him out, in fact, gave him ultimatum to apologize to Oga Dave Umahi and all that. Well, Oga Sheyi Makinde responded to him and said, you never see where person they go ask a simple question, you go just they dance around. I make a plan for you. It's short way.
A kilometer. How would they ask a minister? So how much is the coastal road? And then you're dancing around, going to say, no, next kilometer is different from next kilometer. Yeah, what is the average cost? When we did Oyo to
all right, make I just end them there. So you hear that, So Oga Dave Umahi today don't para because he respond to the matter. He say, what's going on here? What is going on here? Because he responded in high tone, the vex. Don't mind me. I'm just being dramatic. But the minister of works, Oga Dave Umahi, don't hit back at Oyo State Governor Sheyi Makinde over Makinde's recent comments questioning the cost per kilometer of the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. Now, Umahi on Saturday asked Governor Makinde to withdraw his statement because I am his senior in governance and engineering practice. Please, you guys, just stop. Did you hear that? First he told Rufai, you cannot say that to me. Take it back. I am a professor in this field. You don't even know what you're talking about. And of course, he's a professor in the field because he's a bit work well. Because Nigeria we sabi well, right? And the Nigerians come and say, okay, excuse me. Rufai come and say, excuse me, sir, professor. Tell me say be professor now, so that I'm going to give you respect with you, professor. I beg you, which university give you professor? You can't say no. I be professor in practice. That's it. Professor based on experience, nah be. So you know, we just can't tell me anything anyhow because I'm a professor. We get experience based on the experience. So I don't get now. I use my professor. I beg. I don't post link. I'm coming. I'll give you his own reaction because I don't post link when I go use during the conversation. I beg make sure say you follow the link during conversation sharply, and I don't pin them, post them so that I go join the conversation. So Okadi Umahi can respond, come tell and say, I senior you for this job. I be your senior for governance and practice. Now, the minister insisted that the Oyo governor misunderstood the technical details of road construction and cost evaluation. Speaking during an inspection tour of the Kefi Bridge and the Nasarawa Total Road project, alongside the state governor Abdullahi Sule on Saturday, Umahi said the cost of the highway had been carefully computed in line with global engineering standards and should not be reduced to political sound bites. Now, Governor Makinde had, of course, queried the cost and all that. So, responding, the former Ebonyi State governor said, a brother and friend, but said it was improper for him to publicly accuse him of dancing around figures. I hear that my brother and friend, Governor Makinde, said something about the cost per kilometer. I don't want to join issues with him. I think he is an engineer, while I am an electrical engineer. They call us elect, but this road construction matter, elect no reach there. Now, he continued, I am his senior. So now elect, not be mechanical, not be construction engineer. Elect engineer. Okay. He continued, I am his senior both in governance and engineering practice. So anything he doesn't understand, he should call me and ask. I have great respect for him as my friend and brother, but he should withdraw the statement that I am dancing around. I never danced around. If he insists, he should come for a debate, which is very important. Defending the project further, Umahi explained that there was no ambiguity in determining the cost per kilometer, stressing that it must be understood in both estimated and average terms. There is no ambiguity in cost per kilometer. I am teaching them that cost per kilometer can be divided into estimated cost, which perhaps has elements of variance. An average cost, which is definitive, the average cost of a definitive project, and the estimated cost are probable elements. That's what you talk. He explained that the estimated cost includes allowances for contingencies and variation of price, which may not eventually be utilized. When the project is completed and you remove what you didn't use, such as contingencies and VOP, then you have your actual cost price. But you did not explain this one now. If you had explained this live on air, it will not bring problem. When that question was asked, the simple thing would have said, okay, so the cost may not be exactly what you think it is, or may just be this way or that way. Now, when people they talk or not be me talk. Now, Umahi expressed amusement that some critics had resorted to asking artificial intelligence to explain the difference between estimated and average cost, only for the AI's response to align with his explanation. When somebody who is dangling without knowledge goes to ask AI what the difference is between cost per kilometer and average cost, I'm happy that AI told them exactly what I already said. I'm happy that the NUC program on who is a professor also made me right. You can become a professor by the reason of your practice, and I think God has made me one when it comes to practice. Field engineering programs, that's what it is. You can take it back. Now, so he say what you can't take it back from me because I'm a professional for this field. Well, make I go play you with in the talk because sometimes they say lizard one person see they become Python. Make you go see them by yourself.
70 billion, and probably you have done maybe 50 kilometer. Then that is when you divide and say you have an average cost. Average cost is definitive. Then estimated cost is a probable element. And so, when I heard, somebody showed me what my brother and friend, Governor Makinde of Oyo State said. I don't want to join issues with him, but I think he's an engineer. I think he's an electrician. Oh, sorry, they call it elect. elect. This road construction, elect, no reach there. I'm a senior in governance, and I'm a senior in engineering practice. And so anything he doesn't understand, he should call me and ask. And I will not join issue because I have respect for our governors. I have respect for him as my friend and brother. But he should withdraw the word that I'm dancing around. I never dance around. And if he insists, he should come for debate. That is very important. He should come for debate, and we can this thing. So there is no ambiguity in cost per kilometer, but I'm teaching them that cost per kilometer could be divided into estimated cost, which has elements of variance, and then average cost, which is definitive. That is what it is.
Okay. So you don't hear a response. Make I just stop and for here. Make on say, I beg guys, phone lines are open. Oh yeah, make on a begin call. Sharply, make I know as this matter then take do on for body. Quick. Let's take your thoughts and your reactions quickly so that we'll go straight. I said I was going to do very short, but I've already done 45 minutes. So let's see if I can, take a few calls in the next 5 minutes and wrap up the show. T.Y. Danjuma, I see you. Good evenings and welcome. Phone lines are open, please. 0817 Now the number to call 0817 Now the number to call to join the conversation. Or you send or you just follow the link where they post and it will bring you straight into the studio. And if you never buy our suya, I bet go buy them because testimonies are coming. They say the suya, in fact, I got flagship chop on me. Say, precious, my sister. The suya and I just chop one, chop two. In simple terms. See what Danjuma. Are you seeing what you're missing? You're missing chop one, chop two.
I
You're
hail
not
you.
seeing what
How
chopping
you
two.
doing? Good evening.
Okay, fine. Good evening, sir. Welcome. Don't mind me,
Well,
Jerry.
well done.
Thank you,
I
sir.
think I go just I don't go take time.
No
Now,
worries.
Umahi, now they make me laugh. I think
Eh,
it be like say when you don't go back home, they tutor him on what to say.
hmm.
So if he explain, like you said, if he explain this thing to Rufai, all this question of can you keep quiet, let me talk, or you're a small boy, or I'm a professor, you can still see the arrogance in him, the way he was talking when he was speaking about Makinde's stuff. The truth, that is what people saw of him, that he was dancing around. The whole governor, see, I saw him dancing around. He didn't answer the question. So now he's now trying to appear to patch up, what he need to do. But I think what he needs to know is the public servant, and all those they should come down his high horse, and people have the right to ask him questions because not be money and all these things. He say he know too much. He get first class. Did he get first class? So I know I don't know. I'm just asking whether not
But
first
it's
class he get.
in practice.
Practice what? I practice
Practice of
engineering myself.
engineering.
I practice engineering myself. I don't have an engineering degree, but I practice engineering. I own an engineering company. And I did my, if I tell you what I did, and I did it so well, and they look for me. But so will I call myself an engineer? But by practice, will I say I'm a professor? If I tell you what I do, in the kind of engineering when I do, you not go believe them. So I think our ministers, they made them calm down. All this thing, all those gagra, no, they necessary. He made a mistake. They blundered over that contract, and they are still blundering. So make them just go and do the right thing. This thing, you don't know this project. If God keep us alive, you go see this project. 2030, they never finish them. This project where they see so, and the cost, you'll be surprised. It go become an albatross to Nigeria. This thing, where they do so. It go be like refinery turn around, or that's how it go be. Because every day they go to review and things are going up. Things are going up every day. And the man borrowed the money. The interest is running. The roadway don't they do before it go finish and everything don't collapse. So I mean, it's just good for us to do things right. If you do things right, you'll be proud to stand before anybody and they ask you questions and you answer. That's how it's supposed to be, transparency. Is it the person who say won't be president? Not being who they see so. Now this kind of thing. God they reveal them small. They don't reveal wicked where they say go kill somebody. I will kill you. I will do this one. That one I won't be president. If he can't give him power, say he be president, he go kill everybody. This one too, the way they talk, the way they talk, does that look like a presidential material? This one, where would they see? I bet precious. Make I go.
Why?
But it's
Why
good
you
that you made some clarifications. But that's not enough. That's not enough. Now the way he take behave, now I make Rufai give him to him the way, even though I endorse the way Rufai answer him. There are people who don't come there. When you are going to meet Rufai, you must be prepared. You must get your facts. Because they give you empirical evidence, empirical facts. So when you go there, you prepare yourself and give the facts and you get out. And even if they try to embarrass you, this you're a public servant. That's why you're a leader. You take control and you douse the tension. You talk to that guy can be your son. You talk to him, okay, listen, this is I want not to try and behave the way he behaved. He didn't do well. He didn't do well at all. That is the truth. Good night, precious.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Suwaid Anjuma. Good night. Thank you so much. Hello, good evening and welcome.
Yeah, hello, Precious.
Sir?
I hope you're doing well.
I'm very well.
I'm looking at you, you're doing well. Yeah. So,
Thank you, sir.
I didn't want, the other day they had this interview with Rufai. I don't know if I didn't mention something the other time. I think I can't remember whether I called in or I was just listening, but I was just boiling. Now, Precious, when you are doing when a road construction is awarded, let me use the Western world that we're in. I used to work with a company that used to do all this. So there is not one pattern. Even here in UK, I always listen to LBC radio. You cannot come as a secretary, as a junior secretary or senior minister or a junior minister, and you are trying to carry out a project. It's either you know the amount that thing will cost, or you know the estimate that thing will cost. And it's either you have to break it down when they're, because like all this thing, if you listen to LB Nick Ferrari in the morning here, and then he got all these ministers, they finish them with questions. Or sometimes the prime minister will come and people will be calling in, asking the prime minister questions. And the prime minister must respond to the question. Even the mayor of London, when he comes, they must ask him the question and he must respond to that question. You cannot say that this person you are a small boy. That's the word of Mr. Mai to somebody asking him for. That's the reason why some of them don't come to Rising News in a morning show, because they know they will get a double. When three of them are there, it's not what they always do in the other TV stations. One person is there. When three of them face them, they don't like it. And now you are calling somebody a small boy. And when you are doing anything that you are doing, a road, whether building or road construction, even here in UK, they are doing what this rail line they call HS2. They have a cost they targeted, but now things are changing. The price, they have to go back and renegotiate, even to a point they want to stop it. So in each section of the road, there are different types of soil and texture and cables and drainage channel and everything that goes there. You have already awarded maybe the drainage channel to a company to do the drainage and everything, to line up the lane of the pipe and whatever, and pipes that go under the road where, in case if they are going to draw telephone line or whatever electricity line, it will go without. All these things has a cost. When you bring them together, because the people that you awarded those contracts will cost it on the vehicle. Everything is included there. And now, how can a minister, instead of him to say, oh,
your network is cutting off. I don't know if it's from my end or yours. Hello. 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 Your network, the break. Your network, the break, sir. Your network, the break, sir. Can you hear me? Oh dear. Oh dear. Sincere apologies. The network, the break. Apologies. So yeah, I'm glad that I'm already getting testimonies from some people we don't taste the suya. And honestly speaking, as I said before, I am not paid a dime for this job or for announcing the suya. I'm not giving 1 naira. I didn't take money. Now, this is somebody on this platform who ordered, tasted it, and is testifying that it is actually very, very good. I didn't get his permission to do this, but I just thought that, so I will not post the rest of the messages because I didn't get his permission to do this. But he said that it was really very good. So yes, better markets, maybe, and I'm glad that I helped somebody who's really worth it and who has a product that is worth it that people are proud of. Ogatoni Chukudi, well done, sir.
Yeah. So what I was trying to say before, I hope the line is clear, is that like T.Y. Danjuma said, they should stop belittling us. And this is the reason why terrible things are happening in that country. Because if you want to correct an adult, oh, you are a small boy. Oh, you cannot correct me. So upon all the way he was saying that, so he thinks that he can never make mistake. He's a right man. He's an impeccable man, that he can never make a mistake, or that he knows everything. Nobody knows everything. Even the professor of a university is a professor in that field, doesn't mean that he knows everything. If the professor knows everything, let him repair his car. So all this thing, the moment, let him repair his car.
If he can repair his car, can he baba his hair?
That's what I'm saying. So when this mentality, our politicians and some of them that feel that they are in a certain position are displayed, it doesn't work. When you come to the Western world, the person that is serving you in a bank might be the bank manager. And you might not know. When you get to the police, maybe the person attending to you there may be the head of the police there. But it will never happen in our own in Nigeria. A bank manager will come in by 11 o'clock, 1 o'clock, he goes home.
Thank you.
The head of a department will come by 12 o'clock, 12:30, he's on his way home.
Thank you. Thank you, Ogato Ichukwudi. Make a quick end. Make a go attend to my ndoki pot of soup for fire, eh? Thank you so much.
Making no ball.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you, sir. Thank you very much. All right. I see the message here. It says, Precious, only Nigerians can free themselves from the hands of this kind of leadership that doesn't understand what governance is all about. I really feel for the generations that are coming behind if we don't get it straight. My dear brother, I follow you, feel along. I feel along, and that's why I have also been, I'm doing what I'm doing to create awareness so that we will see whether I get as a system could take better before that time. Well, we'll pray, say one day we will reach there. I'd like to say a big thank you to everyone who's been part of the show tonight. I love you guys. I appreciate you. If you're in the US, please kindly go book the suya from Mr. Kange Black. He's a Cameroonian who's running. I mean, if you have any good business that you want, that you're proud of, I won't mind helping you push it, just like I'm helping this brother. Right, and their testimonies that Isuya is really very nice. You can call him up on 469-678-6245. 469-678-6245. If you're in the United States, you are entitled to 5% discount because you're coming from this platform, and delivery is free to your destination, free of charge. This is weekend. You're supposed to get something you go use the water your mouth, the chillax this weekend. Get something to go use water your mouth this weekend, and this year will do it for you. See the steam, see that juiciness. You need it in your life. I love you guys, Jerry. I'll see you again tomorrow, God willing. Protect your mental health ahead, because wahala need to finish. He who worries about Nigerian problem and runs away, live to worry another day. So make no let Nigerian problem drown also. Make we continue to fight for our country while we protect our mental health. I love you. See you tomorrow. Good night and God bless you.